Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayEssence, just bringing you my quick thoughts on a topic that I've heard some Nintendo fans, and more maybe specifically Wii U fans, talk about, and that is pretty much any NX discussion, talk, or anything like that somehow hurts Nintendo or Wii U sales. The Nintendo NX was first brought up in 2015 with the late Satoru Iwata back at that press conference in DNA. That was over a year ago. At this point, Wii U launched in 2012 and had middling sales pretty much all the way through up to that point. Now, you had the biggest games from Nintendo launch within that time period. We saw Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. We saw Bayonetta. We saw Hyrule Warriors. We saw Mario Kart. We saw plenty of big name games. And while Wii U sales did get boosts periodically through those big game sales, it always went right back down to just being middling, being very low sales across the board. Nintendo had years to get this system on the right track and to try to sell the system before the Nintendo NX was even mentioned or anything like that. They mentioned it at that point because not only did they want people to know that they're still going to be making dedicated hardware even though they're talking about mobile software, but they already knew the Wii U was not going to recover in sales and knew that they had to start getting on track and getting on board with their next system. So Nintendo even knew that the sales weren't going to recover. At that point, and I think even earlier, I would probably say around the time Mario Kart launched, maybe even before that, Nintendo kind of knew this system was not going to pick up in sales, and especially after Super Smash Bros. Launched and sales just did not skyrocket. They went up, but did not skyrocket. I don't see how Nintendo NX talk at this point, especially in late 2015, 2016, when things really started heating up after Nintendo's bad E3, I don't see how talk at this point can somehow hurt Nintendo. Nintendo hasn't announced any type of price cuts for the Nintendo Wii to jumpstart sales. Because one, they know that there's really no reason to cut the price because they know that the system is already on the way out. Why cut the price and lose profit when the system isn't selling well anyway, and they're going to have their next system out sometime in the near future, and they're not really going to make any more money because people have already rejected the idea of the Wii U in large scale. Now, there's plenty of people who love the Wii U. I do like my Wii U. I love Super Smash Bros. But the general consensus is people aren't going to buy the Wii U, even if you can get it for a great price. There's been discounts and sales on Amazon, eBay, and where sales have jumped up just a little bit. It's still not to the point to where Nintendo can financially say, you know what, it's a good idea to cut the price of this system, make less, and somehow think that that's going to help us in the future. So Nintendo has already kind of admitted that the Wii U is selling what it's going to sell, and there's no need for them to try to drop the price or even sell more units. If you looked at Nintendo's previous systems like the GameCube that struggled, they had numerous price drops. The N64 had price drops. Nintendo always has price drops on their systems. Heck, even the Wii had multiple price drops, and that was super successful. And the Nintendo 3DS has had price drops, but the Wii U hasn't had a real price drop if you look at it, because it was $300 at launch and it's still $300. Nintendo's just trying to make as much profit before they announce their next system, and that's the reason why they've kept quiet. They want to make sure that there's no devaluing of the Wii U from an official standpoint. There's no devaluing of it because they haven't shown off their next system. So I don't see how talk about the Nintendo NX really hurts the Wii U at all. It's just not selling well. It's not going to be selling well. It doesn't matter if I talked about the NX or if people talked about NX or not. It already wasn't selling well even when NX wasn't even known. Those are my thoughts on the matter. I don't think necessarily it's a lot of people saying this, but I have heard this conversation and I just wanted to give my 2 cents. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.